Yo, 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 yo. It's your boy Jamar, Top Shelf Sports Talk. Back with the NBA Finals recap. I was going to say review, but recap. Um, Shout out to the Boston Celtics. Y'all won a championship, 18th for the franchise's history. First in this young, team's run. Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown. Do you know the Sixers could have had both of them? Just a fun fact. Just want y'all to know they could have had both of them, but you know, the chips didn't fall in our favor, so we have who we have. But with that being said, man, getting back to the finals, to me, the finals, Dallas, Dallas showed no heart, like zero heart, and it's sad because I believe that Dallas would have gave this team a run for their money. I think Dallas was one of the teams that could have possibly beat them even at their own game. I've been saying all year long, you stop the others and you can, oh, not all year long, all playoff run long with the Boston. You stop the others and you can beat Boston. But what Boston did is exactly what I said that the Mavericks should do to them. They stopped the Mavericks others and they won. They won a championship. Again, shout out to Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown. Shout out to Jalen Brown, Finals MVP. That team, they were a tough team. They were a tough team to deal with. Best record in the NBA. Can't do nothing but take your hat off to them. They got most of their core coming back. Drew Holiday's under contract. I think they got they're going to sign Derek White. I've been hearing. Jason Tatum get ready to get a $315 million deal. Jalen Brown, of course, got locked up last year. So they got Drew Holiday. The core of that team will be back, and Porzingis is still under contract. So the core of that team will be back. Will they be back in the finals? I mean, they're number one right now. I mean, just about every team that come out of winning a championship or whatever is the number one. You know, their number one power rankings on getting back to the championship. But listen, they are built to be able to get back. Their players are locked up. Players are locked up, man. And you can't beat that. For Dallas, you gotta listen, man. As much as I believe that Kyrie is a phenomenal talent, a generational talent, one of those talents that you just got to be like, whoa, like, dang, like that dude is nice. You can't go out in 41 minutes and score 15 points. 15 points, three rebounds, and 9 assists. No, no, a closeout, Kyrie, a closeout. It is not, to be honest, those numbers are not acceptable in a championship series. Period. I don't care. Closed out first game, third game. Those numbers are not acceptable. Period. You had one good game in this final series. One good game. One. You stunk it up severely. You stunk it up severely for your team. Luka Doncic didn't show up. As he showed up, but I'm not even trying to put no dirt on Luka's name. Luka did what he could do outside of complaining about fouls and arguing with refs. Luka did what he could do. Nobody else besides Luka played consistent basketball for a championship on that team. Nobody. Luka was the only one. And he can't do it by himself. And he was banged up. None of you guys that were healthy played consistently for this team. None of you. I mean, like I said, Kyrie had 15 points in 41 minutes. PJ Washington, he's young, first experience, 4 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. Derrick Jones Jr. tried to help, 10 points. Daniel Gafford, 6 points, 3 rebounds. Come on, man. The bench was just nothing. Josh Green had 14 off the bench. And again, they got out rebounded. The rebounding is what killed them. Rebounding. You can't have Daniel Gafford with he had 3 rebounds and Luka has 12. Daniel Gafford, you gotta find that ball a little bit better than what you are. Box out, get in position, do something differently than what you was doing because at the end of the day, we needed your rebounds. When that team won game 4, and I think now that I'm looking at it and thinking about it, game 4 was Boston saying, we want to win on our own field, on our own court. We want to be able to be on our home court in front of our home crowd so y'all can have game 4. We'll go back to the Garden and beat y'all on game 5. And they did just that. They did just that. Like they came home and won a championship on their own court the way they wanted to do it. I mean, listen, hats off to those guys. You can't be mad at them. You cannot be mad at them. They handled business the way they should have been handling the business because they knew they had business to get done. Let's take a look at their numbers. Jason Tatum, 2 rebounds away from a triple double. For anybody out there to tell me anything about that man and how he played the game, obviously don't know nothing about basketball. 2 rebounds away from a triple double in a closeout game. Truthfully, they swept the Mavericks. It's just that they wanted to come home and win it on their own court. But that you cannot question Jason Tatum's heart, his desire, his will. You cannot question none of that and how he plays the game. They won. Again, y'all want him to have them flashy numbers. In 45 minutes, the man put up 31 points, grabbed 8 rebounds and 11 assists, 2 steals. 8 for 8 from free throws, 1 for 7 for the 3-point line. He affected the game. They won the championship. Jaylen Brown, 44 minutes, 21 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals, 2 for 9 for 3-point land. 1 Finals MVP. Those are your 2 bell cow horses right there. Those are the 2 main cogs in your engine that make your engine go. And like I said, everybody complaining about Jason Tatum. You can listen, Jason. I would take those. If you want to call them pedestrian numbers on the Sixers any day, we had a chance to get them both. Now we did. We had the number 3 pick in the Jason Tatum drafts, and we wanted Markelle Fultz for whatever reason. And we traded with Boston to go up to the number 1 to get Markelle Fultz. Because Boston did had a number 1 pick, so they would have drafted Tatum anyway. They was going to draft Tatum number 1 overall or number 3 overall. Didn't matter to them, and they actually got another pick out of it, so it didn't matter to them. And I think the year that Jaylen Brown came out, we drafted Nerlens Noel. You see how that worked out for us. Nerlens is not in the league anymore. And some of our Sixers fans was calling for Nerlens to come back and back up Joel. There's a reason. He's not in the league no more. But we're not going to cry over spilled milk. I mean, just going over their starting 5. Jrue Holiday, 15 points, 11 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 block, 1 for 3 from 3-point land, affecting the game. And it's a balance. Derek White, 14 points in 38 minutes, 8 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 steals, 4 for 8 from 3-point line, affecting the game. Our old man, Al Horford. Old man, Al Horford. 9 points, 9 rebounds. Daniel Gafford, that man's older than you. You were probably in diapers when he started out in the league. And he out-hustled you. You should be ashamed of yourself. 2 assists, 2 steals. You should be ashamed of yourself. 2 for 3 from 3-point land. As much as I hate that man for coming in here and robbing us out of $109 million, he finally paid his way back to Boston and got a championship. He got what he wanted. He got what he came to the Sixers for, but just back at Boston. Old man Al Horford. Sam Hauser. in 17 in 17 in 17 minutes, 8 points, 8 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 assist, 1 steal. Kristaps Porzingis, he was hurt, 5 points, and Peyton Pritchard 3 points. Their bench didn't do jack nothing. 15 points off the bench, 7 rebounds from the bench. Their starting five whooped Dallas's whole team, which we can't. I'm not saying that they shouldn't have, but listen, if you would have stopped some of those Drew Holiday points, some of those Derek White points, and get it, I know I'm saying it just all you had to do was do this. Like I said, the last man, Jaden Springer, a former 76er who we traded this year to Boston, has a ring, but he forgot more basketball than I know, and I'm admitting it. But I'm just saying, like, there's a balanced attack on Boston's scoring, rebounding, steals, and assists to compared to Dallas's. Dallas is one player affecting the game, and everybody had a nerve to complain about Jason Tatum. Like, what? I don't know, man. Listen, like I said, Jaden Springer forgot more basketball than I knew, and shout out to him. He's in the NBA. He's a champion now. He's a champion. He has he regardless if he didn't play, he has the experience of knowing what it takes to get to that championship level. More than what any of our Sixers got. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, like, I thought the series would be a little bit more um competitive than what it was. But shout out to the Boston Celtics. You handle business. 2024 NBA champions. Shout out to you. Salute to you, Boston. That's about the last positive thing until next year that I'm gonna say about Boston. And even going next year, Jason Tatum, all the taking up I did for you throughout this series, I'm done. Celtics, and for me to keep saluting and praising you, I'm done. The NBA season is over. I'm back to my Sixer fan. You see, I got my new T-shirt on. You see my new border down there. I got y'all can't see my hand. The QR code. I can't. The camera's hard. You see the QR code? Scan that. It'll take you straight to all my socials, my Instagrams, Facebooks, YouTubes, and TikTok. So y'all can drop your subscriptions on those pages. Um, your boy is working hard trying to make a brand, and so I need y'all to support. Just drop a follow. It doesn't cost you anything. It's free. It doesn't take any time. It's just a button you push. Most of them are red. Just subscribe. You know. Anyway, getting to the free agency talk with the 76ers. I posed a question a little while ago. I think I had to take it down because of the music I used that wasn't cleared. So I had to take it down. Maxi, get ready to get that what is it, 5 year, 205? He deserve it. He deserves it. Now the question I posed was Maxi and who? And maybe you guys can answer that. Maxi and who? A lot of the analysts out there calling for Paul George. I like Paul George. I think he would be the perfect piece for Joel Embiid and Tyrese Maxey. The only knock I have on Paul George is being healthy, especially when you need him. That is the only issue I have with Paul George. If Paul George can come here, be that perfect 1A, 1B type player with Maxey and Embiid, like, I mean, I think we will surpass not Boston. I mean, but we'll be up there with hopefully getting to the Eastern Conference Finals with Boston. Oh my goodness, sorry y'all. Like, all of a sudden now, all these notifications want to come in when I'm recording. They hating. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, um, I would like Paul George. Now, I guess the second option would be I heard that Anunoby is and the Knicks are not really reaching common ground, so that might be another option to pair with those two. Anunoby, I believe he's one of those players that, and he's young. He's young, so I would definitely pick him up if Paul George falls through. Um, but who's y'all pick? Who do y'all think? Who do y'all believe is going to be that second contract that we signed this year to pair with Joel Embiid and Tyrese Maxey? Like I told you before, I believe it's Paul George. You have to, if you're Daryl Morey, and I know you guys seen when Joel Embiid was at the finals in Dallas, and they asked him what does he think that they need to be able to be contenders and be on that stage next year, and he was like, "We need to add a couple key pieces." And he looked at Paul George like you, like, you know what I mean? What's up? So hopefully Paul George took heed to that and said, you know what? They may be a player like me away. They may be that one player like me away to get to that finals spot. And he's chasing the ring himself. He's chasing the ring himself. He obviously it's not happening in LA with the Clippers. Kawhi Leonard is not healthy. He can't stay healthy. I mean, Kawhi Leonard is no different than Joel Embiid, to be honest, no different than Joel Embiid. So, I mean, it'd be a gamble for Paul George to say he's coming to Philly because Joel Embiid hasn't proven to keep himself healthy in the playoffs. So, but the only thing that I would say, and I'm not saying that Maxey is better than Harden or anything like that. Maxey is definitely younger than Harden. He's definitely more I'm gonna say in shape than Harden, and he has more of a motor than Harden. So if you're looking at it, why would you not want to pair with somebody like that, who even if Joel Embiid goes down, and with a good solid core of guys around you, you still have the ability to win. Now, like I mean, I'm preaching to the choir when I say it's all about being healthy. We all know that. We all know that you got to be healthy and you got to sustain injuries, especially at the later part of the season, which we haven't been able to do. But in order for us to be the contenders and things that we want to be, the championship contenders, and being in the positions that we want to be in, we got to get some. And here's the thing, and I did say in one of my videos, if we can get a good solid core of others, because I did hear, I think Kendra Perkins say that a solid core of others, we definitely can make some noise. And that's true. But if we're going to get that big name, bring in Paul George. And if you can't get him, I guess you're going to go to OG Anunoby. Um, but I want to hear what you guys think. I want to hear the feedback from you guys. You guys tell me how you feel, what you think about it. Who would you bring in? It doesn't matter if it's a big name or a bunch of core players. Tell me who you bring in. Tell me, do you even agree with the Maxi 5 year 205? I think he should. Yeah, I agree with that. So I don't think no true Sixer fan out there is going to say no, that's too much. Because if you do, you're hating. You're just flat out hating. You know that man deserves it. He put his game on the line every time. He gets 1% better every day that he's out there practicing and doing what he has to do. Pay him. He needs that. Anyway, that's my show for today. We'll be back this weekend with a live video going over some Eagles talk, Sixers talk, and if there's any more questions about the finals with the Celtics and the Mavs, we talk about that too. But hopefully none of y'all comment about that. I don't want to talk about them no more. We done. But if you guys are watching this video, do me a favor, like this video, share this video, go on my socials. You see them flashing at the bottom. Scan the QR code. It makes it a lot easier. It'll take you to my whole link tree of my socials. Drop a follow, subscribe to my YouTube. Help me reach my goal of 100 subscriptions. It's your boy Jamar, Top Shelf Sports Talk. Peace.